This is a Fox News alert. Less than an hour ago, Wikileaks founder Julian Assange arrested by British police on rape charges in the country of Sweden. He's expected to appear in a London court at 2 o'clock London time. That is 9 o'clock Eastern. Meanwhile, Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano joins us now. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, guys.
Where you want to start?
Well, wherever you want. I mean, I spoke with Assange's lawyer several times yesterday, who told us that he was negotiating Assange's surrender, that the police knew where he was. It was a question of whether or not the paperwork was appropriate. And they're going to challenge the extradition. They're going to challenge the extradition on the grounds that the specific act that he's accused of doing, having consensual sex where the condom broke, is not a crime in Great Britain. Question.
That's the charge?
So
yes.
It's not rape?
It's not rape. It's consensual sex where the condom broke. He didn't have AIDS. There wasn't a conception as a result of the sexual act. Question: Will Great Britain extradite you to another country for something that's not a crime in Great Britain?
Why are they calling it rape charges then? That's pretty much.
Well, I don't know why they are calling it rape charges.
The media is.
I couldn't tell you why the media is, but the documents don't say rape because it's not. It's the charge is not rape.
So,
the very charge for which the Swedish government now wants him was investigated, examined, and dropped by the prosecutors 3 months ago. So the flip side of this is people are upset about what he did. People believe, well-intended people believe, that American national security has been adversely affected. So should they find any excuse to arrest him? Remember what Bobby Kennedy said about Jimmy Hoffa. He's such a bad guy, if I could get him for spitting on the sidewalk, I would. Right. So this may be an effort to use the law to stop him from doing more national security damage. That's one argument. The other argument is you can't arrest somebody for and extradite somebody for committing a crime when in the extraditing country it's not a crime.
Well, here's the interesting thing. He's threatened, and he's lived up to all his threats, that if he were to be arrested, that he would release the code to all these documents.
Yes, you know, when speaking with his lawyer yesterday on Freedom Watch on the Business Network, I tried very aggressively to get him to tell us what's in that poison pill, and he wouldn't.
And let's listen to how that conversation went a little. Here's Mark Stevens, his lawyer.
Can you tell me what's in the insurance dump, the poison pill, the cash that he's saving to release on the event of the destruction of WikiLeaks or his own being taken into custody?
Well, it's nothing to do with his being taken into custody. If the editor-in-chief of a news organization goes, there's a new editor-in-chief that comes into post, and the organization carries on. But unfortunately, I can't exclusively reveal here what's in it. I just don't know. I'm the lawyer advising on the news gathering and the news presentation issues, nothing more.
Okay.
So, he probably doesn't know. He probably doesn't know.
You know, you're probably right. Why would you tell your lawyer? I mean, there's all kinds of speculation. It involves BP. It involves Guantanamo Bay. It involves the Bank of America. It's just wild speculation as to what may be in this.
What you're saying is when he goes to, when we see him arraigned today at 9 a.m. in front of the magistrate over in Britain, you believe that they have the money to post the bail and that he'll be allowed out.
The reason I believe this is because his lawyer, the same fellow you just saw me interviewing, told me that the police knew where he was and that he stayed in touch with the police, that he was hiding, quote, from the media, closed quote, not from the government. So he will challenge extradition. A British judge will have to decide, should we extradite him to Sweden for something that's not a crime here? This will not be resolved today. He will probably be freed on bail before the day is over.
I have another scenario for you. What if we feel, the Attorney General feels that he violated the Espionage Act? Could he be extradited to the U.S.?
Yes. Yes, he could be extradited to the U.S. from either Great Britain or from Sweden, but that would first require that he be indicted here. There has to actually be a charge against him for the violation of the Espionage Act, as there is a charge against him for this sexual escapade in Sweden.
Could they come up with that charge as quick as in one day, the U.S. government?
Well, I don't think so.
Unless that's what Holder's been working on.
I don't think so. Right, it's possible that they have this.
The World Cup went well.
Right, it's possible they have this prepared already. It's also possible that if he can't leave Great Britain because they have his passport and the government has a substantial bail, the U.S. government may have the time to do what it feels it needs to do. But remember, 2/3 of that Espionage Act has been invalidated by Supreme Court opinions reflecting a different attitude about the First Amendment since the Espionage Act was written nearly 100 years ago.
So we know two things, Judge. He'll be in court at 9 a.m. Eastern, and you'll be in studio at 8 p.m. Eastern, because you have Freedom Watch tonight, and there you are with the torso shot, if you're listening on satellite radio, on the Fox Business Network, hosted by Judge Napolitano. It'll go for an hour, or if the judge wants to go longer, he goes longer.
Would they let me do that?
I don't think so. All right, Judge, thank
as long
you
as
very
you
much.
laugh.
You know, the last time we saw live pictures of Julian Assange, it has been a little while, but we do have a live camera outside of the courthouse in central London, where just about 2.5 hours from now, Mr. Assange will essentially be arraigned before a magistrate there, and they'll figure out what happens next for the guy. Will he be extradited? Will they make bail? Will he have the dough? Stay tuned. You'll see it all right here on Fox News.